welcome back. Season 3 of the Explore Life. We've got an absolutely massive year planned. Can't wait to get stuck in. Trips all around Australia, overlanding in America. We'll be at all of the major four-wheel drive shows. We're building a brand new Explore truck and a few other little sneaky builds. You'll have to stay tuned for that. How good's this? We're at 5 Rocks, just north of Yeppoon. This just might be my favourite camping destination 2020. Let's get into it.
After this morning's effort, I'm a little bit worried about this. Was that the scariest moment of your life? Or your heart still pumping?
Well, we've done some silly things and we probably should have just waited for the tide to go down. Straighten the pan with a little bit of oil. The boys are about to cook the cray now. How good's living?
That golden brown.
We're just outside Rockhampton, a beautiful little beach location called Yeppoon. We've got a few familiar faces. Trusty Nabby Berkey's back, Lane from Trackabout Campers. We got Donny in the big golden logie again with his mate Alex. This is one hell of a spot. Hopefully the weather holds out, but we're gonna make the most of it. Let's get into it, boys.
I'm spending money like I just got paid. $100 bills, tell them keep the change. Come on. And pop a bottle, about to make it rain. Let me give you something now to celebrate. Come on. And if you're wondering why I move the way I do, I just feel so good.
All right, boys, well, absolutely stunning little drive through the forestry here. We're about to come up to what they call Big Sandy. It's a bit of an infamous hill climb around here. I think we're going to be a little bit spoiled, but because we've had so much rain, it will be nice and hard.
That's it, mate. I think we actually might make this look pretty easy, but you never know when we've got Lane behind us.
Oh, come on, mate. I believe Stradbroke Island, we were pulling you out.
Yeah. My theory stays.
Nah, we'll see when we get there. I think it's a bit of an even challenge this time. Everyone's towing.
Yeah, well, there's 3 of us towing, so I think it might be a little bit of a let-off that it's nice and hard. We'll see how we go. We'll get up there and we'll have a look.
See you at the top.
Rightio, so we've done our research here. We've got a one-way hill climb that's quite steep and long, so there's a few tips you can use to get up the hill. Let down your tyres to start with so you're not stuck halfway. Also check your radio. So go to channel 40 for this hill and then you can communicate with the top. You don't want to get halfway, hit someone else and then she's all over. And go one at a time, so don't stick up the other person in front of you. Give them space, radio contact, and you'll be right.
just made it as the sun's dropping. We've got 9 Mile Beach down here to my right. You'll see the 5 rocks, I'll show you them in a minute. How bloody good is this place?
It's not bloody bad. I think you've done well.
How cool is it?
That did 5 rocks over there. 4.5. I'll do it with you, mate. You ready?
Well,
ready? 1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
You with me?
These are fingers,
4,
but not
yeah.
rocks.
4.5.
I reckon 4.5.
4.5.
4.5. You told me 5 rocks.
I know, but I reckon the locals have got it wrong. It's 4.5 rocks.
That's 5 rocks. We made it. I love this spot. I'm so stoked to be back.
Absolutely bucketed down last night, so we woke up, sunrise, clear skies, we're making the most of it, quick brekkie, and then in for a spearfish.
You leave Berkey alone to cook the bacon for 5 minutes and he forgets to flip it. Gonna flip any of this bacon?
You're cooking, look. You're blaming it on me. Oh, I burnt the bacon. Oh, it's your
I
fault.
leave you for 5 minutes, I come back and it's just charcoal.
So I reckon we smash this down and then we get into the boats.
Yeah, well, what do you want to do, spear or fish?
Matt, should we get the boats in?
You wearing that shirt again, mate?
It's a great shirt. It's a conversation starter. No, I reckon we get the boats in and then we get some fishing done first, because
Fish first.
if it's raining, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, well this is only a little shower, so we get the boats in the water either way, and it looks good, we can spear all those.
So I reckon we go around that corner there,
Yeah.
and on Stockyard Point.
Well, there's no wind, which is a small bonus.
Exactly.
We'll have
How
a feed.
often do we go on trips and there's no wind? But now there's rain.
We'll have a feed and we'll get into it. Alright, here we go. We've been doing a little bit of spearfishing with the boys lately, and I've well and truly caught the bug. Wait till you see my little outfit. I've got all the gear and no idea, legitimately. So we're going to go out there. What do you reckon? Hopefully we can get a couple of cray.
Yeah, grab a cod maybe.
Cod, if we're lucky. We're not sure what the visit's going to be like, but we'll get out there, have a bit of a look. Maybe we can catch a feed. Happy days. Alright, so we've just packed camp up. We're just going to throw the tinnies back on, get them down in the water. Time to get some grub.
Look me in the eyes, under the night sky for eternity.
Alright, well, we don't normally check tides and we might be a little bit unlucky this time. We're just going to go and have a little bit of a wade, see how deep it is. Ideally, you don't want to drive through salt water. Might not be the end of the world, we might be able to launch the boats from here anyway. See how we go.
If you time it right, it's not that deep, it's only up there.
And look, it's a mixture of salt and fresh, but no one likes putting their cars through salt water, not when we don't have to. We might try and drop the boats in here, I think.
A little bit disappointing, the boys don't want to take their cars through the water.
Alright, well, I think we're just about out of all options and we're just going to have to drop the boats in here.
Dude, you and your bloody tides, your lucky charm might have run out this trip.
Yeah, we may have missed this one. We normally get it pretty right, but I think we're, well look, it's almost a full tide, so it's starting to flatten out a little bit.
Sure, that's our chance, because once the tide turns, current will be rushing out.
Yeah,
It's gonna get hairy.
we might get a little wet. Berkey might sook a little bit, but she'll be
You
right.
got any cushions for here, mate?
No, you'll be right.
Still
She'll
living
be
from
right.
last trip.
Nah, I don't like that, bro. Oh, nah, man, oh fuck. here, bro. Stop. Right, go, go, go. Right, wait, wait. Right, go, go. Right, right. Holy right. Right.
Hang on, don't jump out.
Won't you come and see what it's like? Living by the rules that you write. You ain't know those lavish delights. And you ain't no back in the sight. All the little lies you recite just makes all the savage unite. Usually I'm very polite, but I'ma get savage tonight. Even when the dog being nice, every single dog gonna bite. You might think I'm wrong, but I'm right. Just let it get a strong appetite. I'ma let it breathe just a little. Give it to you strong, heavy metal. I don't make a sound when I strike. You better just run for your life.
Pretty safe to say that was not the plan. The second the cameras were rolling, the plan went out the window. We completely rushed it. We didn't wait for the right timing. And as you can see, it all went to shit very quickly. Now look, we don't hide anything. We show the good, bad, and indifferent, but this one is definitely what not to do.
What happened? Was that the scariest moment of your life?
But your heart's still pumping.
Well, we've done some silly things and we probably should have just waited for the tide to go down. I was about one wave away from losing the boat.
Mate, you were waving to me and I was going, mate, I can't do anything.
I was like, come back, we're about to sink, come back! You guys just were like, no, we're going fishing. And
From
just,
where we were, it looked really bad.
what do you mean?
We had a couple. We had a couple where we went up,
Yeah,
and then the whole arse end went.
Well, I've got some bad news. One of the rods fell out of the boat. Don't stress, it was Alex's.
You're good at losing rods.
Gone. Completely gone, yeah, gone. Oh, yeah, Alex, was it your rod? Did you put your rod in the boat?
Yeah, my good rod.
Well, I've got some good news and some bad news. Good news is, thanks for looking after my rod. The bad news is, yours might have fallen out. You probably didn't put it in the rod holder properly. It wasn't a good one, was it?
It was a great rod. Brand new Stratic.
I don't think we were too deep.
Alright. Gonna go find me a rod.
Well, you lot have been farting around out there in the ocean. We've been hanging out for you.
Hey, we caught so many fish. What's this?
Hit the Jones, mate.
Right up there.
Straight in the water.
Do some tricks.
Yeah.
No ceiling, no cruise, no pressure, no holding me down. No stop until I break every rule. No limits to what I can do. No limits to far away. No borders stand in my way. No limits to what I can do.
All right, well, after that little massive debacle, what we're going to do is we're going to do what we should have done in the first place. We're going to wait till this tide drops, put all the boats back on. We're going to make our way through the inland track. It's a pretty tight little track over onto the 5 Rocks beach. Should be a little bit calmer over that side. We can set up, have a bit of lunch, either go for a spear or put the boats back in if it's nice and calm. Oh well, all a bit of fun, eh? Alright, well, I reckon we go over to 5 Rocks. You reckon it's going to be too tight?
I think it's going to be way too tight. When we were going through last time, we literally were snaking.
Yeah, but
back and
that was
forth
because of
to
the
try and get-
height of stuff, not...
Yeah, no, but I had to go right around. It's going to be a mission.
Right, I've got a bit of a diversion here. We're going to stitch up old Donny. Thinks he knows everything.
Oh well, we'll be up for a little bit of a challenge. We'll, yeah. Well, if we get over there, we can have lunch, and then we can set up the bloody. We can put the tinnies and go for a spear.
I'm more worried about Lane.
Lane will be right.
You reckon?
Yeah.
You missing something? This has got to go on the car.
It's very funny.
Is that far off?
No! Oh god. These guys, seriously.
It's pretty fun.
Hey Lane, can you give us a hand?
Do you really need it? It's not attached, so that's one positive for us. Oh god. I think it's really sunk.
So we've just pulled up to a really tight bit, and it always pays if you've got a navvy in the passenger seat, get him out and just make sure he can spot you through any track maintenance that you've got to do just to get the cars through safely.
Drop your airbags in the back.
Yeah, that's giving you more room. Yeah, easy.
Here we go, boys, straight into lunch. We'll get the boats in this time without all the waves. We'll go and have a fish off the point, jump in, go for a spear, finally.
I'm a bit sore after a...
Shut up, Bergie. Alright, what do you reckon we do? It looks like there's a thunderstorm rolling in.
I reckon with this storm rolling over, we go for a fish, put the boats in, go for a fish, and then we'll go for a spear.
See if we can catch a fish. Round 2. Do you want to borrow a rod?
I might just spear the whole time.
After this morning's effort, I'm a little bit worried about this. Waves and tinnies don't really work with me, so... Oh, round 2.
He screwed up the navigating, it's straight out.
Well, that was a little bit easier. Second time's a charm. Let's see if we can't get some dinner. I got sold the world at the fishing shop. I got the spearing shop. I got all the new gear. I've never worn a wetty in my life, but apparently that's the go. So I'm going to suit up, jump in with all the other boys looking like a goose. See if we can catch some dinner.
These boys reckon they found a pretty good spot last time and they marked it on the map. So we're going to jump in, see if we can find some crayfish and a bit of spearing.
What are you doing, Burke?
Oh, just flicking the lure. Going to catch a big one. Didn't go to the fishing shop to get sold the world.
When you talk to me, give me the impression that I won't scratch your surface. And I could walk for days, searching for a praise. Is it even there to find? Is there a chance for me? Clean your memories. Will I slowly lose my mind? Lost in your maze, stuck in your gaze. How can I get out? I'm out of time to make you mine. Baby, show me how.
Alright, well there was a few things floating around, nothing really worth shooting. Unless we're gonna eat it, I wouldn't shoot it. I haven't done a lot of this, but I tell you what, it's bloody good fun just cruising around on the bottom of the ocean. It's something that is extremely peaceful. If you've never free dived or gone for a spear, highly recommend having a crack. We've had a ball. We didn't get a feed, but I think it's time to head in, cold beer, and probably cook up a steak. Alright, well, we've just pulled up. We're going to head back over to 9 Mile. We didn't really think too much of it when we came down, but this is actually one hell of an exit, especially towing trailers. The boys are going to drop a little bit more air out of the 200s because they're a bit heavier than me. Let's see how we go. Alright, well, turns out it wasn't too bad after all. It looked like it was going to be pretty gnarly, but it was a nice little left-hand turn, so everyone's up safe and sound. We're going to get over to that other side. Hopefully this big rain cloud misses us. We might go for a little bit of a dive and then get up on that headland and watch the sun go down.
Okay, straight through, so it's so majestic. Well, you're actually on. There's blue.
It's a bit wet! Oh no! Oh! Well, that rain well and truly has come in. We've just set up a couple of warnings. Donny's off for a spear. I think I might join him. There's nothing else to bloody do. Why not? Good luck seeing anything. Well, chances are we won't get anything, but we can't do anything else in this rain. Donny's out there. It looks like he might have been onto a couple of cray. We know they're here. Might as well go and have a crack. Hey?
Speaking of in luck.
Nice little haul. Pouring rain, the visibility wasn't too bad. Donny's absolutely cleaned up with that horse. We got a couple of nice little codlies here for a bit of a fish bite. I reckon we'll get back to camp if this sun doesn't come back out. Cook up a cray and a few fish bites.
How good was that?
Good.
Hey?
Woohoo! Happy days, you beauty.
Alright, so here we have the big one, and we're going to grab the tail, we're going to grab the head. Always wear gloves because these are so spiky, and we're going to grab it and twist. And then once you twist, you pull, and that's all the meat. Not much meat in there, but that there is a beautiful piece of meat. What we do then is grab one of these tails or the feelers, and we put that up the poo chute of the crayfish. You jig it around and then you pull, and that there brings out the poo chute, and that there now is just a clean cray, perfect bit of meat, ready for the fire or ready for the pan. Beautiful.
Get a little bit of this secret squirrel, the old fish bite coating mix. It's the goods. So we're going to chuck this in here. Alex is just chopping up a few bite-sized pieces. Then we'll batter up the fish in the old coating here. We got a little bit of the cod skin. Now, this is a bit of a secret recipe apparently.
Heard great things.
Everything's a secret.
Heard great things.
So I don't know if cod works, but with coral trout skin, you fry it up, and apparently it's bloody unreal.
Yeah, like
There's a 95% chance it's going to be shit house, but we'll give it a red hot go. Let's see what happens.
Mate, have you got room there for the pan?
Come and get the drop it.
Where's those legs of the Yeah.
Get it out there, it's all salt water.
No, that's good, good.
I think you should drink it.
Yes, that's salty water.
So what's the secret, Donny?
To really get some salty water in there.
So the secret to Donny cooking his crate is you get the whole shaker. You do about 5 to 6 shakes and then you just throw the whole thing in.
How's that?
I tell you what, I wish I was a better fisherman because that is as good as it gets. Fresh fish and the old secret batter, straight in a pan with a little bit of oil. The boys are about to cook the cray now. How good's living?
That golden brown.
We're up nice and early this morning, quick little feed, and we're back on the blacktop. There's a beautiful little swimming hole we've been told about, up a Stony Creek. Let's go check it out. Alright, so we've just pulled up, beautiful little swimming hole here. It's so nice, there's a bucket load of people down here, but we've just snuck further up the creek. Nice little tree to jump off. Time for a swim, it ended up being bloody hot today.
Chase down a brand new adventure. Step up, step out and into There's no time for
This is what we call stuck in a tree. Old Wayno's got a little bit scared up there. You right, mate? He's got a bit of shake. He's looking like a koala there. He's actually... He's out. Quick.
searching for new life. Reaching for new
How good's this? We've just come on the other side of the causeway. That's the side for swimming. You get a nice little rock pool here. Kick back, couple of cold beers. I reckon you could spend a weekend here for sure. What an epic little swimming hole. If we had the time, we'd probably stay for the afternoon, have a couple of cold beers, but we've got a few hours to lay on the blacktop before we get to Turkey Beach. The weather is not looking good. Hopefully we get there before sundown.
our fears, leave them behind us now. No time for stalling. The wide is calling.
So sometimes I just can't help myself. Berkey's pointed out a beautiful little puddle on the side of the road here. Time to get the wake skate out. Why not, eh, Berkey?
I'll drive, eh?
Yeah, you come up with all the good ideas, then make me do them.
Hold on.
I tell you what, I don't go anywhere without the old wake skate. You can have so much bloody fun on one of these things. That was a bit of fun, but we better get back on the track and find our way to camp. far we've had a pretty fun little drive in. After all this rain, there's been a bucket load of puddles, a little bit of soft sand, some water. At the moment, we're just at a Y section. We've just pulled out. We're just going to check the HEMA, figure out which way we want to go. What's the name of the beach we're going?
Mate, we're going to Middle Creek around Busted Bay.
Busted Bay. So we're going to go and try and find Middle Creek. We'll see how we go. Hopefully we get there before the sun goes down. Set up and have a cold beer.
Let's go.
Boys, how epic is this bloody track?
Mate, it is totally different. I'm pumped. I reckon at the end of this is going to be a wicked campsite too. It looks like we're going to get to a little right on the creek, right on the ocean too. So let's get a move on.
Better, Berkey. What a view!
This looks much better.
On you, Berkey. This is it. How's it? Woohoo!
That's awesome. Look at it.
What a view.
On top of the mountain. Hey? What a spot.
Oh, that was epic.
What a cool track. That was such a cool track.
What an absolutely mammoth drive to get in here. We've just pulled up at main camp. Make sure you skip the one at the bottom, and if you're lucky, you'll get the, I don't know what you want to call this, the headland view. It's absolutely stunning. How good's this? On high tide, this would be absolutely bloody epic. Time to set up, I think, boys.
Searching for new life. Reaching for new heights.
Well, absolutely mint, massive track getting in here, and we've just pulled up to a cracker of a view. We've got the whole headland to look at. It's been a huge couple of days. Byfield is absolutely insane. Make sure you get up there. Make sure you take your boats, jet skis, take all the toys and have a bit of fun. And I'll tell you what, this place, which I still don't know the name of, National Park, Middle Camp, we will be coming back here. There's a bucket load to do and see. Till next time, make sure you subscribe, chuck us a like. If you've got any questions about where we went, like what the name of this place is, chuck them in the comments and I'll let you know. But we're going to kick back, cook up a feed and enjoy it. See you next time on the Explore Life.